Hey everybody, Cody here. This is a bit of a special intro this time, and obviously this is going on the Legion of Azgorh versus Flesh Eater Quartz video. So I wanted to give a certain fan a specific shout out because whenever this fan emailed me, it made me feel it in the heart, like right in the feels. So I wanted to go ahead and give him a shout out and just let you guys know how I feel about it. And yeah, so let's get this over with. So a couple days ago, I got an email as well as a donation from a man. His name is Kevin Harkham, and I'm sorry if I butcher that last name. I can barely read English myself, even though it is my primary language. Ha! But anyways, Kevin here is from Switzerland, and Kevin donated and sent an email to the channel about the Gutbusters army that we voted on about 2 weeks ago now on the community tab of the YouTube channel. Gutbusters winning the army vote. Kevin sent an email and a donation to acquire a butcher with a cauldron. So I went ahead and worked out on how to get that butcher with a cauldron. So thanks to Kevin's donation, we now have that on the channel, and I'm waiting until I get the whole army to speed paint it and then get it on the channel for you guys. Anyways, moving on from that. Since Kevin is the first one to donate to said army, I allowed him to pick a name for said butcher with a cauldron. So now his name is Boshrak Chest Ripper. So we're going to see him in a battle report. Now to the meat and potatoes of his email. It made me feel kind of, I guess the word I'm looking for, really happy for what it is I do for you guys. And I'm usually not so good with like on the spot sayings and stuff like that. Kind of feels like I'm being put on the spot to make a speech, but I'm speaking straight from the heart. There's no script here or anything like that, which is why I stutter and all that stuff all the time. But anyways, so Kevin went ahead and said this in his email. So he said, "Go on with your work on the channel. I think you are very passionate about it, and that is the best thing ever. Your passion and energy will drive many other people to have the same fun with this hobby, and that's the reason why I want to support you. It's an awesome hobby, and it needs to be spread all over the world to everyone. So thank you guys for that passion, and I feel it in every video you make." So he also apologized for his bad English, but I don't think his English is actually really bad. So Kevin, if you're watching this, your English is actually pretty spot on. So once again, Kevin's from Switzerland, so just want to speak from my heart. That really makes me feel special that a person literally on the complete opposite side of the planet, being I'm southeast Texas, pretty much along the Gulf Coast. So Switzerland is kind of pretty much on the opposite side of the world. It really warms my heart that somebody literally opposite of me is able to reach out and communicate with me about how much they love the content I produce. So when I started doing this almost 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years in June, I was just doing it for fun for you guys, and it turns out a lot of you guys absolutely love the content, so I just kept trying to do it as much as I can, and now I'm trying to do it as much as I can to at least 2 times a week to produce as many videos for you guys as possible. And it makes me feel really good to see you guys have the kind of energy to show that you love the content I produce, and it makes me feel really special. I love seeing that you guys enjoy the content through comments, through messages, all that stuff. I see good comments all the time, and it makes me feel really warm on the inside that I am reaching out to people and bringing more people into the hobby, or allowing you guys to embrace the hobby more, or get into the game, get into certain models. I know not everybody plays the game, so a lot of you guys might just watch me in the background, or well, listen to me in the background while you paint. That's cool too. It makes me feel really special that so many of you guys enjoy my stuff. And that first email he sent me really kind of hit me in the heart, that it really does feel really good to know that people really do enjoy the stuff to the point of it's helping them embrace the hobby, and they're feeling the passion and all that stuff, and it makes me feel really good. So I'm really glad that you guys enjoy it, and it makes me feel really special, and I'm really glad I can be that person to produce really good content for you guys. And I know I struggle every once in a while because I just recently added Lars, and it is hard to do this, especially in our community. We're not exactly a large AOS community, so I'm trying really hard here. And yeah, I'm really glad you guys really enjoy it, to the point of you guys send me nice emails, you guys will donate. Like the Slaanesh army, that really opened my eyes to how much you guys truly do love the stuff I put out, with how much support you guys donated to in order to get the Slaanesh army put out, as well as you guys just sending positive energy my way to help me get that stuff put out. So I'm going to be trying to get more and more Slaanesh content out. The problem with that is my Slaanesh army is not super fleshed out. Don't take that the wrong way. I meant that as in, I want to get like Immortals of Chaos kind of theme going with that. But we'll get to that eventually. So the next big thing for the channel is going to be the Gutbusters army. So they're a work in progress right now. So thank you to Kevin, though. That is the first step towards that army. Ogres are pretty low model count, so it won't take too long to get it. But we've also got big things in the works between me and Lars for the channel. And Kevin, I just want to say I really appreciate your nice words, and I hope this message goes back to you and you feel it in your heart just as I felt yours and mine. And I hope you guys all have a great time watching this video, and I hope you guys really do continue to enjoy my content, and I look forward to producing even more content for you guys as we go on. So with that being said, I'm gonna step away and let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. So happy wargaming, have a good night, good day, whatever. See you guys later. Hello everybody, Cody here, Venomous Gaming. I'm here today with Michael again, and Michael's Chaos Dwarves have shown up today to take on my Flesh Eater Courts. So I have finally gotten enough time to not record with Bristlegore and finally moved on to the other Grand Courts, the first of which being Blisterskin. So it is a heavy focus on flayers. So real quick, before we dive into all the details of the mission and the armies, I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a shout out over on Patreon, as well as army donators and all the other folks that love to support the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. If you guys want to be like them, be sure to check out the video description below for links on how to do that, as well as if you want to donate to help the channel, I guess the proper word is just start a ogre army. So not Beastclaw Raiders, specifically ogres, and have a whole bunch of gutbusters run around and just club things and then eat them. That is, if they are edible. Probably don't want to eat like skeletons and imaginary Seraphon. I don't imagine they're very edible.
Would probably be good calcium.
Yeah, good. Maybe a little bit of fiber too. So anyways, so that's about it. So once again, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. If you guys want to be like them, like I said, description below. And that's about it. So we're just going to jump straight into the army list. So Blisterkin today for Flesh Eater Courts. So that's going to be 3 units of 6 Crypt Flayers. So 1, 2, and 3. I have 2 Crypt Infernal Courtiers, one being here, the other being there. A unit of 6 Crypt Horrors. In my other slot, which, by the way, the 3 units of Crypt Flayers are Battle Line and a Blisterskin Grand Court. Good lord, I can't talk sometimes. So that's about that. The last hero I have, which is the General, is the Abhorrent Archregent. He is standing on the Eternal Throne. The artifacts I have for today is the Eye of Hish, which is the Blisterskin Grand Quartz specific artifact you have to take. That is on him. I am running the Dead Watch Battalion, so it's been nerfed in the new book, but it's still pretty good. The points have dropped down to, I think, 110. I get to fight with one unit if they're within 3 inches of an enemy unit in the hero phase, but only one unit. So that's about that for the battalion. Nothing else happens. You do once again get a command point and a relic out of it, or artifact. The other artifact I took, I believe, is the Flayed Pennant, and I'm giving it to this one to cause all Flesh Eater Quartz units wholly within 12 inches to be able to reroll failed charge rolls. So that's going to be pretty good. With Blisterskin, Blisterkin, I'm having a hard time here, Michael. That gives you plus 2 inches to your move characteristic for all units in the Grand Court, which is pretty nice, especially with Crypt Flayers. If you want to run like Zombie Dragons and Terrorgeist, that's good for them too. But Gristlegore is really just amazing for that sort of thing if you do want to go monster heavy. That's at least my advice so far. But we'll find out. We'll see how they do this game. So also with this Grand Court, you get a unique command ability that basically, at the start of your movement phase, I can choose a unit wholly within, I think, 12 of a hero or 18 of my general, and I take them up into the sky for a command point, and they drop down anywhere on the board 9 inches away from an enemy unit. So that's pretty good, especially against Chaos Dwarves, because Michael's got a lot of shooting, so sometimes if I might be losing a little bit, I can kind of retreat or maybe flank, something like that. Very situational command ability, obviously. But that's about it. I got nothing else going on in the army. The points I'm at is 1,930, 40 of which of those points are coming from the Chalice of Shorin, which I will summon up later in the game. Well, when the game starts, obviously. And that's really it for the Flesh Eater Quartz list, so we're going to jump straight over to Chaos Dwarves, or, sorry, Legion of Azgorh, and let Michael explain his army. So, yeah, we'll jump straight over there to Legion of Azgorh here with Michael.
So starting over here, I have 3 Fireboard, and I got the actual Forge World models now. They have 2 groups of 10 Iron Sworn, 2 groups of 10 Fire Glaives, Iron Demon, Magma Cannon, more Fire Glaives, more Iron Sworn, a Castellan who's my general, who's grotesque, and he has the armor of Basharak the Cruel.
Nice.
So it gives him a save against wounds and mortal wounds. 2 Death Shriekers, Dreadquake Mortar, Demon Smith down there, more Iron Sworn, more Fire Glaives, more Fireborn.
Sweet. So, Fireborn are obviously a little frightening sometimes. Not really too bad against this army, but I remember when I fought them with Fire Slayers, that was scary for me. One unit did actually hold me up pretty good back when I had my Fire Slayers army. So that's it. Obviously nowhere near as much in-depth, crazy rules that need to be explained with Legion of Azgorh as Flesh Eater Quartz. So I explain all the artifacts and stuff.
They have their armor, so they ignore the first wound in the shooting and combat phase, and they FAQ'd it so it doesn't work against mortal wounds.
Okay.
And then the sky is also on fire.
Sweet. Alright, so that's about it for Legion of Azgorh. The mission for today that Michael chose was Starstrike.
Yep.
And I finished deploying first. So I get to choose. I am going to go ahead and go first to kind of... Actually, I'll let you go first to see what you're going to do. Because I've learned against shooting armies, if I go first and I think what I'm doing is smart, usually I'm proven wrong immediately afterwards. So we're going to let Michael have the first turn and go into Legion of Azgorh turn 1. Got anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty, so we're going to jump straight into the game. See you guys in just a moment when we start. We started the hero phase turn 1 Legion of Azgorh.
So my Demon Smith is going to cast Ash Storm on this unit of Flayers. Goes off on a 6. I get it with a 7.
Ooh, that glare on the dice is really bad with the light. I'll have to change angles here. So that's a 7? 8? I was going to say, I thought you said 7.
Is a bad.
Okay, so 8. So we're going to go ahead and... Actually, wait, am I even within 30?
Nope.
Okay, so never mind then.
36-inch spell.
Oh.
So they're -1 to hit and can't run.
Okay. Alright, so I'll remember that. The left-hand unit is debuffed. You got anything else?
Nope.
Alright, we're going to let Michael move. So into the first movement phase for Michael. This is what the board's looking like. So all the Iron Sworn and Fireglaze have moved up kind of one by one in terms of synchronization with each other. The Fireborn there on the left are probably being super aggressive, at least for compared to the rest of the army, as well as these Fireborn. They're up here in this hill, kind of staring down, wondering what's going on. Actually, I don't think they think. I think they're just really angry all the time.
They're just bound fire demon elemental things.
Probably very displeased with the current situation. So that's the end of the movement phase. I don't think you moved any artillery pieces besides these guys, right?
Right.
Yep. Alright, so shooting phase.
So Deathshaker is going to go into the far flares that aren't affected by the hish thingy.
That aren't?
Are.
Good. Do you mean the horrors or the flares?
The flares. Because they're outside of range, right? Of the artifact.
I thought you did the magic on that unit, though.
I did.
Okay, yeah.
I'm shooting them.
Oh, you meant the artifact. Okay, I thought you meant like a spell you cast on it.
Oh, no.
Never mind, I'm confused. Carry on.
Okay, so 4 attacks because of Demon Smith hitting on 3s because there's more than 5 of them.
So, 1 miss.
And wounding on 3s. So that's 2 at -1 rend.
So 2 at -1 gives them a 6-up. Save 1.
Just D3 damage. That's 1.
So a 6-up to ignore from Deathless Courtiers. Nope. 1 wound. So I'll just leave this dice here so I don't have to walk back and forth. So 1's down to 3.
Yep, and the second Death Shrieker is going to do the same thing. So 3s. That's 3 hits at -1 with 3 wounds.
Save 1.
That's 4 damage.
6 ups. Saved 1, failed 3. Same unit, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 1's dead.
And the Dreadquake Mortar is going to shoot into the same unit.
Okay.
So they're going to whip the Ogre. So it works on a 3-up, they get 1 extra attack. And then they're hitting on 3s because of the Demon Smith. So that's 1 hit. Wounding on 3s. Nothing.
Alright. So just so you guys know, I know y'all are probably very interested in Michael's little mouse pad of a dice tray that's really cool looking, because I'm a big fan of like anything wolf related too. Do love me some wild doggos. If you guys are going to ask about it, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out later, and I'll post a link to it in the comment section or in the description. Oh, it's from Roast Miniatures?
Yep.
Oh.
They had a merchandise thing, so I have a whole bunch of mugs and glasses and that and that.
There you go. Go buy a whole bunch of stuff, fellas. So, is that it?
Yep, that's all the shooting.
In the turn? Okie dokie. So we're going to get ready for turn 1 for me, and I'm going to go remove a flare, and rest in pieces to that guy. Alright, everybody. Start of the hero phase now for the Flesh Eater Quartz. I'm going to go ahead and roll 6 dice for this Crypt Infernal Courtier to see, well, we're going to say he dies, to see if that Crypt player that died earlier comes back on a 5-up. He does. So he's back like nothing happened. He probably got blew to bits and then like woke back up like, whoa, what was that? I don't know how, but yeah. Cannibalism, the wonders of cannibalism. So that's that. So I do believe at the start of the hero phase is when I do my command trait for running Blisterskin. I'll do that in just a moment though. So real quick, want to do magic while I'm on camera. So my Archregent, he's going to go ahead and do his first spell is going to be to try and attempt to cast the Chalice of Yushorin. That does go off on an 8. Do you want to try and block?
I'm out of range.
Okay. So your only wizard is Demon Smith, right?
Yep.
Okay. And he's in between the
Death Shriekers.
Death Shriekers, just so everybody knows. Right over there, by Michael's elbow, kind of. So that's that. So that goes off. So let me get the chalice up and somewhere on the board real quick. Alrighty, and the chalice view short ends up right there. So reversing back to the beginning of the hero phase, for Blisterkin, I'm going to roll a dice. On a 4-up, I get an additional command point for my command trait. I do! So that goes up to 4 command points. Pretty nice, and that's that. So now my next spell for my Abhorrent Archregent, he's going to cast his Malefic Hunger spell, I believe is what it's called. I never remember. Bad memory. So I'm going to target that unit to benefit from it because you shot up that one and they're at -1 to hit and can't run. Okay, so I'm going to throw that onto them. So this is plus D3 attacks if it goes off. It does go off on an 8, so you can't block it, so add D3 attacks to them for 3. Alright, sweet, so I'll add a dice to that, and then that's the end of the hero phase, so we're going to go straight into movement. Alright everybody, into the movement phase on turn 1 for Fleshy Quartz for Blisterskin. So I thought it was Blisterkin, it was Blisterskin this whole time. So I can read. Anyways, so going into shooting phase, and well, at the end of the movement phase, what the board's looking like. So real quick, I did summon a Vargulf for free from my Archregent, so he uses once per game ability to summon. So there's the Vargulf. The rest of the army moved up like so. So 1 unit of Flayers here who's debuffed, they're at -1 to hit. The fresh unit of Crypt Flayers with +3 attacks, their melee profile. And then the other unit of Crypt Flayers, they're just standing back here. 6-man unit of Crypt Wars just behind them. 1 Courtier and the other. So that one has the artifact that everybody wholly within 6 inches is -1 to hit with missile weapons, and that one is all units wholly within 12 inches of him can re-roll failed charge rolls for Fleshy Quartz units, that is. So that's that for the movement phase. So going straight into shooting, this is weird. So they changed it in this book, so this is how Flayers do their thing. It's 2d6 per scream, -2 if the enemy is more than 3 inches away from you, which they are. The only reason that would ever not be a thing is if you're in combat, because of the rules. That is, if we follow them. Anyways, so with the 6 Crypt Flayers here, they're all going to target that unit of Iron Sworn. So we're just going to start from left to right, even though it don't really matter. So it's 2d6 -2, so I need to roll a 10 to hurt you. That's what we said for Bravery 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, a 10 to cause 1 mortal wound. So the first one, this is going to take a while, so bear with me. No. The second. No. The third. No. The fourth. No. The fifth. No. The sixth. No. And then we're going to rinse and repeat. So now this one is going to do it into that unit. So I need to roll a 9 to hurt them because they're Bravery 6. No. Second. No. Third. No. Fourth. No. Fifth. No. Sixth. No. Good Lord. Okay, maybe I'm not such a big fan of the new shooting attack. That sucks. So now we're going to go into the shooting for the Crypt Infernal Courtiers. So theirs is different. It's just a Photed Breath attack. 9-inch range, which they are both within range. So he is going to breathe at that unit on the left. So he's going to hit on a, I believe it's 4. Yep, on a 4. Nope. That one into that unit, so on a 4. Guys, I know you don't want to shoot, but come on. So that's it for the shooting phase. That was terrible. So we're going to go straight into charge phase. Don't even have to cut the camera. So this is where it's going to get interesting.
You mind if I go back and do the Burning Skies? We forgot to do it in the movement phase.
Yeah, sure, go for it. So what's that do again?
So on a 4-up, any flying unit that moved more than 6 inches takes a mortal wound, and on a 6 it hit D3.
Okay, so
the Flayers take a mortal wound.
Aww.
The guy behind them, it's good. The other Flayers,
nope,
good. The Courtier behind them takes a mortal wound.
Nope.
And the last group of Flayers takes D3 mortal wounds. So 3.
Take all 3. Dang.
Okay.
Alright, so let me mark that real quick, and then we'll carry on in the charge phase. So in the charge phase, the first unit here on the left, they're going to go first because they can re-roll it. Might as well get them out of the way, so here they go. They roll a 7, that's definitely enough, so I'm going to go ahead and push them in. Crypt Flayers ending up like so, so that's that for that charge. Next up, this unit of Crypt Flayers is going to do the same thing, so 2d6 for their charge. 10, that'll do it, so we're going to go ahead and push them in. Into the charge phase what the board is looking like, so one unit of Crypt Flayers there with their +3 to their attacks is like that, and the other one is like this. They're at -1 to hit though. So we're going to go ahead and do this unit first. These 3 right here are going to go into these Iron Sworn, so it is the not the Courtier, the Infernal, which is the unit Sergeant pretty much, and then 2 regular Flayers going into them. So hitting on 5s, 4s normally, but I'm -1 from a spell. So 6s are mortal wounds, that's 4 mortals, and 2 regular hits. And these wound on 3s. So 3 wounds at rend 1.
So 5 up saves.
Failed
none of them.
So that's 4 mortal wounds plus 3 wounds.
4. And we ignore the first wound, so only 6 die.
Okay. That's it for the first half. So the second half of the guy is just 3 normals. So 1, 2, 3. And these hit on 5s against that Iron Sworn unit. Not nearly as good. So 1 mortal. And the attack sequence no longer ends on a mortal wound roll of a 6 for the Skewering Strike. It generates an attack just like normal, which is really nice. And 3s, so 2 at 1.
So save both.
Okay, so just 1 mortal wound then. And did you already take him off?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and spend my first command point, make them activate once more for Feeding Frenzy. So I'm down to 3. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse and repeat. So there's the Infernal, the other guy,
or
and
you
the
want to
other
do
guy.
2 and 3 since there's only 4 guys left?
Yeah, actually that'd make more sense. So we'll do the Infernal. We'll put his dice over there for now. So 8 attacks going into the 4 that are left here. So 5s to hit. 2 mortals, another regular hit, and 3s to wound. That's 2 at -1. So 2 more wounds. So that's that unit, and the Infernal and 3 regulars are going now into the other unit. And no, I'm not piling them in because why would I need to pile in? I'm already there. So the rest of the unit now hitting on 5s. 6s are mortals, which I rolled 5. Ooh, boy, your -1's really making me miss a boatload here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 miss, and then 1 normal hit. So these all wound on 3s. No rerolls of any kind here. Failing 2 of those, so that's 4 at -1.
5 ups. So you take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And 1 guy dies because I get to ignore the first normal wound, which is
okay.
one of those.
So 6s to ignore. Nope. Take both. So this guy is going to drop down to 1. I'll move this dice to the front actually, because I was on his back. So there we go. He's down to 1 wound remaining, and that's it for my first unit activation. So over to you.
To activate these guys, you're going to attack in.
Yep.
So 10 attacks hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. So that's 3 at -1 rend.
3 6-0 armors. Save none. 1 damage each.
Yep.
Right? 6s to ignore. Ignored none, so I take 3, so I go down to 1 on 1 guy. And that's it.
Yep.
Okay, over to me. Alright guys, so the Crypt Flayers here going. The 3 on the left are going to go first as the normal ones. They have +3 to their melee attacks, so it's 7 attacks per guy. So 21 attacks for the first 3, so hitting on 4s. They're not debuffed, are they? No. So 4s to hit. 6s are mortals. So 6 mortal wounds. That was not a mortal. And missing all of these, except for that one. And so that's 6 mortals, and then these wound on 3s. All of them, wow. So 4, 8, 12 wounds at -1.
5 ups. So
Pretty good roll.
Yep, you take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so that's probably enough to kill the guy that's wounded. Yep, he dies, just barely. So I take 1 wound and die, but that was the one that already attacked anyways for the... Bye-bye, buddy.
Landed on my backpack.
Alright, and then we'll do the rest here.
Yep. Even though you've already killed them all, I want to see how many more wounds you can take for my armor saves.
Okay. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of dice to grab. And this isn't even all of them yet. So, 21 more. That's the last 3, and then I need to... Wait. Oh, can you throw that extra blue dice into my hand real quick? There we go. This is the rest of the attacks. I don't know what I was doing. So 6s are mortals, so that's 3. And all the 4s are hits. 4s and 5s, I should say. And 3s to wound. Missing 3. So that's for 8 wounds at rend 1.
So you take 3 more mortal wounds.
So 3 6s to ignore. Ignore none, so I take 3, go down to 1 on one guy. And that's that for the first activation. I'm going to use a command point to activate again, but I'll be right back. Piled in like so to engage a second time. So this time only 2 of the flayers, one of them being the Infernal, will reach that hero that's standing there. So hitting him on 4s, or 5s, -1 to hit him. 2 mortal wounds. And 2 regular hits. So that's 4 hits in total. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds at rend 1.
So 5 up armor.
So 2 wounds go through. So
and his trait gives him a 5 up save versus mortal wounds and wounds. So he takes 3.
Okay. And then the last flare that can reach going into your fire glaives. The other 2 can't reach at all.
So that one's gonna...
Yeah, he's supposed to be just within an inch. So he's going to swing with them, hitting on 4s. So 1 mortal wound, 4 regular hits. These 2 are misses, and this wound's on 3s. All wound, so that's 5 at -1 on your fire glaives.
5 ups. So take 3 wounds, ignore 1, so that's 2.
Alright.
So 3 die total.
So there you have it. So real quick, we're going to add up how many more die to go into the Chalice of Yashoran. So far it's 15 just from over here. So we're going to add that up, add that to the Chalice, and then Michael's going to activate his next unit. Fire Blaze piling into attack.
Hitting on 4s.
Missing 2.
Wounding on 4s. So that's
3
3 and no rend.
So 3 5 up armors. Saving 1. 6s to ignore. Nope. Take 2. So I do believe that that kills this guy. And deals 1 damage to the next in line. So down 3 wounds. And that's it for them?
Yep.
That's it for me. I only had the 2 units.
They haven't gone, right?
No.
So 3s. 4s. So that's 2 at -1.
Save none. Save 1. So, dang it, just enough to kill this guy. So he dies, and that's that.
Send the Castellan to them.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
3 hits.
Hitting on 3s. So 1 wound at -1.
Not saved.
2 damage.
6s to ignore. Nope. Take 2, go down to 1 on that guy. And then...
the Magma Cannon. Hitting on 4s.
Just ramming them.
It's the crews are beating you with wrenches. So that's 2 at no rend. 1 damage each.
Saved 1. So take 1 more. Enough to kill him, so he dies as well. So that's 2 Flayers dead from that unit. Yeah. 3 Flayers, actually. And that's it. And that's it for me. So Battle Shock, I'm active player, so I do this first. So Battle Shock for them, I lost 3. Fine. And I only lost 1 here, so fine. And Battle Shock for you.
Do you have any Battle Shock penalties? For being near you?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my command point to give Inspiring Presence to them.
Okay.
And their bravery 6, they lost 3, and they're good.
You're fine on the 1. Okay, so now that's the end of turn 1, so let me do the Chalice real quick. So that's 27 dice, plus my guys that died, so 4. So that's 31, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice and then pick stuff within 12 to heal if it's right. So the Chalice did nothing but healed that guy in the back, so a little lackluster, but hey, healed 3 wounds for free, so, well, for 40 points. So, rolling off for turn 2, I'm going to get a 5 and a 4. So, I'm going to take the double turn and see what I can do here.
Well, the star comes down.
Oh, the star comes down, yep, at the start of the turn. So, before I do anything, we're going to determine where the objective is going to crash, and then I'll start my second turn. Alright, guys, start of the hero phase now for turn 2. So, Blisterskin here is going to have the command trait here. So on a 4-up, I'm going to get a command point. Nope. So I'm still at 2, but start of turn 2, I go up to 3. So real quick for the rest of the hero phase, we're going to see if I can regenerate dead models here. So with that courtier, I'm going to roll 6 dice. So on 5-ups, yep, all 3. So all 3 of the dead flayers here are going to resurrect, and then 6 dice for this one. And they're going to resurrect as well. So all the flayers that died are back to life, and I'll replace them in just a moment. So real quick, the Abhorrent Archregent, he's going to use his Ferocious Hunger spell on the same unit. Casting value is 6. It fails, dang it, and his second spell, we're going to Mystic Shield that unit of 6 crit flayers in the back. That barely passes. Oh, still out of range to deny. Yep, so Mystic Shield, and that's that. Measure tape down. So I think that's it for the hero phase. I don't really have anything else I want to do yet. I'm going to go ahead and use my Dead Watch Battalion special rule, and I'm going to go ahead and use it on that unit. So let me replace their casualties, and I'll come right back. Alright, so in my hero phase, I'm going to fight here with this Dead Watch unit. So 2 of them going, to include the unit Sergeant, going into the hero there. So hitting on 4s, -1, so 5s. So 2, 3, 4 regular hits and 3 mortal wounds inflicted. And these wound him on 3s, normally. So 6 at -1.
So 5-up armor.
Save 2.
And then 5-up against wounds and mortal wounds, and he's dead.
Okay. Got him. So that was 2 of the flayers, and the other 2 are going to go into the fire waves. So 8 attacks in total. No more Ferocious Hunger, obviously, so hitting on 4s. So that is 5 hits, 1 of which is a mortal, 3s to wound, and 4 wounds at -1. So 1 dice, right?
No, 2. This is the hero phase. I don't get to ignore wounds.
Oh, in the combat phase, right?
It's shooting in combat.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Alright, so that's that for the hero phase. So I'm going to go straight into movement for Flesh Eater Quartz, and I'll be right back. Everybody into the movement phase for Flesh Eater Quartz. This is what the board is looking like. So obviously none of the flayers here moved. My Infernal Courtiers both moved up. The 6-man unit of Horrors have ran, and they're over here controlling the objective that we're using a D8 to represent. The Archregent has moved off of the throne to come over here and help. He also ran. I used my command ability for Blisterskin to teleport my Vargulf, and he teleported over here next to the 6-man unit of crit players. Not teleported, he dove into the skies using his wings, because he can fly, and landed on the ground right next to those flayers. So he took flight with them, keep up with them. So a little bit of synergy going on there. So that's it for movement. So going straight into shooting, 6-man unit of flayers are all going to scream into those 3 guys. So one at a time, starting from this guy. So they're bravery 6, and I'm not at -2 anymore, thankfully. So I need to only roll a 7 to harm them, 7 or more. So that's 2 mortal wounds. And the next one, nope. Next one, third, he kills them. And that's it for the shooting. So next up, these 6 here, they're all gonna... What's the bravery on your cannon?
6.
6? I'll do 3 and 3. So the first one out of them, 7, so 1. The second one is 8, so 2. And the third one that is within range, 7, so 1. So 1, 1, 2.
That's
so 4.
2.
And then these 3 will scream into these fire glaives. They're just within 3, so no -2 once again, just like the other guys. Ew, 11. -6 is 5, so they die to 1 guy. And that's it for them. All the way over here, though, what's the bravery on Fireborn?
6. I'm pretty sure.
Michael's checking real quick.
Yep, 6.
Even
though they're demons.
Yeah. Can you measure 10 inches from them to the flayers?
That's all of them.
Okay, so all 6. So the first one, I'm at -2, so I need to roll a 9. No. Second? No. Third? No. Fourth? 1. Fifth? 1 more. 6th? 2. So 1, 1, 2 again.
So 1 dies.
And that's it for that. So next up, the courtiers themselves are going to shoot. So this one's going to shoot into your tank there. The Iron Demon on a 4. He hits on a 3 to wound. Nope. And that one will shoot into that.
The magma cannon.
The magma cannon. He hits on a 3. He wounds on a 3. And that's -1.
Okay, so he has a 4-up save because he gets a +1 against shooting attacks. So he saves it.
Alright. And that's it for the shooting phase. So into charging. I'm within 3 with this flare unit, so I can't even charge here. So I'm going to get pulled in with the Iron Demon, and the only charge I'm going to make is with those flares.
Yeah. They know what's coming.
So they're going to charge on 2d6 into the Fireborn. Ooh, not on double 1s. They're going to fail. So that's it for charging. So we're going to go straight into combat. So I will go ahead and pile in with this unit, and piling in and fighting like this. So 4 flayers to include the champion, or the unit sergeant as I like to refer to him as, all going into the Iron Demon. So hitting on 5s. I'm at a -1 from that spell still. So 3 mortal wounds. And all the 5s are hits as well. And this wounds the Iron Demon on 3s. And that is 6 at -1.
So 4 up.
Taking 3.
Yep, ignore the first one, so that's 5 damage total with mortal wounds.
So how many he's got left?
He has 6 left.
Okay. And spending a command point going down to 1 to make them pile in and re-engage. So let me pile in. Alright guys, 5 of them going to the Iron Demon now, thanks to piling in. That's 3 mortals. And 5s are hits. So I might not kill him. You deal 3 more damage. So on 3s. So that's 4 at -1.
So 4s.
Oh, he's alive with 1. Okay. And then the last flare into the Fireborn here, so hitting on, or Fireglaves, hitting on 4s, or 5s. Ooh, missed all anyways. So that's it for my first activation, so over to you.
My Magma Can's going to attack you.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. And then 4.
Over to me. Piling the flares, hitting the Magma Cannon here on 4s. And 1 mortal wound. And these wound him on 3s. Ooh, only 2 at -1.
So 5 up.
I got him twice.
It ignores the first one and dies.
Alright. So that's that. Let me remeasure here. And if I'm within 3, I'm considering it. If I'm not, I am. But is that worth it? No, I'd say not. So that's going to be it for me. Well, yeah, that's it for me. So over to you.
We'll use Fire Glaze.
These guys piling in. Okay, Fireglaves here punching the, well, bayoneting and stuff. The flayers, I guess. They have bayonets.
So hitting on 4s. 4s. That's 6 at no rend.
Saving 1. 6 is to ignore. Ignoring 1, so 4 go through, 1 dies. So we'll just remove him. Since he died last time, he deserves to die again.
And the Iron Demon has 2 attacks at this level. So hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s.
Nope. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. So at the end of the turn, I would heal with the Chalice, but I don't have anybody that's actually injured that I can heal. And that's it. So Battle Shock.
Battle Shock for the Fireglaves, or the Fireborn. Runs away. Because they're demons. And no one else died.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think these guys died at all. So that's it. So your second turn coming right up. And we'll let Michael go. So we're going to jump straight into his hero phase. Second turn.
So Demon Smith is going to cast Ash Storm onto the Flayers.
Okay.
I don't get it. That is my hero phase.
Alrighty. We're right into the movement phase for Michael's Legion of Azgorh. So the Fireborn, the one that's left at least, landed over there. These Ironsworn have moved around. Fireglaves kind of like turned around, kind of looked around.
No, they're staying.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than jumping off the cliff.
These Fireborn, though, have moved. These guys didn't move, obviously, and I think these guys
didn't move.
Yeah, didn't
they're
move.
Technically within 3, but I didn't want to get clip piling.
Oh, okay. So that's it for movement. So Michael's going to shoot now.
Yep. So the Demon Smith is going to throw the Blood of Hashut at the Flayers.
Okay.
So on a 2-up, it does D3 mortal wounds. That's 2 mortal wounds.
2 6s to ignore. Nope. Down to 2 on one of them. Alright.
And the Iron Demon's going to shoot to those Flayers.
Roger that.
I'm going to use more power, so I get 46 shots. I roll a 12 up. That's the worst case scenario, so he's dead.
What?
Because if I roll 12 up, I take D3 mortal wounds. After the attacks are committed, so I still get to shoot.
Okay.
But I was hoping to roll more than a 12 and then blow up.
You can do that. You can explode.
Well, it doesn't hurt anybody else but him.
Oh, okay.
So, hit on 4s.
About average.
Wounding on 5s because it is so hurt. So 1 at -1, or -2 rend.
No save.
So 1 damage.
6 up. Nope. Down to 3 on 1, so we'll just do that guy with the blood pile on his base. Blood pile, blood puddle. Durr! Who's next?
Okay, so these fire glaives are going to shoot into the flares.
Mm-hmm.
They have to shoot one.
That's 10 of them.
Yep. So hitting on 4s.
About average again, I think. Yep.
Yeah, but 6s do mortal wounds. So
Yeah.
And wounding on 4s. So that's 3 at -1.
Saving 2? No, wait.
1.
Nope, never mind. I forgot I had a 5 save, so saving 1. So 2 damage, so 1.
So then these 10 are going to shoot into them.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s because of the relic. So there's 3 mortal wounds.
Ah. Ooh, save none. So that was on that unit, right?
Yep, and then 2 regular at -1.
Nope. Yes, so 4 damage in total goes through. So he takes 2 dies, and he'll take 2.
And this group's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
On 5s. So that's 1 mortal wound.
On the same unit?
Yep.
Nope.
And then 3 at 1 rend.
3 6-ups. Save 1. Nope. So 3 damage in total goes through. So he dies, and he takes 1. And that changes over to 2 souls in the chalice. Next.
I think I'll go with the one of this Death Striker is going to shoot to those flares.
Okay.
So 4 hits, hitting on 3s because there's still 5 of them. Wounding on 3s. So that's 2 at 1 rend.
Haha! Dang it, I shouldn't have used your
3
dice
damage.
damage.
So that's
Where'd that go? Okay.
4.
On this unit?
Yep.
Nope. Take 1, dies, takes 3, goes down to 1. So that's 3 souls in the chalice. Anything else?
The other Death Striker is going to shoot into the same unit of flares.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s because there's less than 5 now.
2 hits.
So I wasn't shooting at them because it only hit on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I guess with that roll, it wouldn't matter. So 1 at -1.
Nope.
That's 2 damage.
Nope. Takes 1, dies, takes 1, goes down to 3. So that's 1 more soul added to the chalice for 4 in total so far this turn. And your mortar?
It's
Could try and finish them off.
yeah. I mean, I'm kind of worried about what they're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I think trying to finish off 1 unit's smarter than.
It always does with flesh tier hordes.
So I'm going to try to whip the ogre. I fail, so I take D3 mortal wounds. So they take 1 wound.
Poor ogre.
He's ruining everything now. So I only have 1 attack. Hitting on a 3 because of the Demon Smith. Wounding on a 3. Nope.
Whew, I'm getting pretty fortunate there. Anything else?
Nope, just charging.
Okay. Charge phase.
So the Fireborn, let's see if he gets anywhere he wants to go. No, I don't think he wants to charge in there by himself.
Okay.
They're going to see if they can...
Make a long charge.
7?
Or charge sideways.
Yeah, they can't go over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I'm going to do it to tie you up.
Okay. And like so, Fire Glaze going to charge next.
Yep, they're going. Alright, so they're in.
Charge. Everyone here going up against the horrors. They make it. without even needing to re-roll the second dice.
Well,
yeah. Well, I'm saying you make it either way.
well, but as
I see
let's
what
see
you're
if I
wanting
can
to
go
do.
gank this guy for a moral victory. And avoid them.
Okay. Anything else?
That's everything that can.
Alright, so we'll let Michael think about activation. We'll come right back here. And Sworn now, swinging against the crit players.
Hitting on 3s. Moving on 4s.
Alrighty. So over to me. I'm going to try and deal with your Fireborn before you deal with me. The Crypt Infernal Courtier has 5 attacks, hitting on 4s against the Fireborn. 2 hits. 1 wound at Rend 1.
Saved.
Dang it. I'm not going to spend a command point because that'd be worthless. So who do you want to fight with next?
I'll fight with these guys.
Okay.
4, 5, 6. It's
Yeah,
still
10.
10 of them. 3, 6, 9, 10. So 4s. And 4s. So 2. No rend.
1 saved. Nope. Down to 2. And for me, okay, all the flayers here will just wing into your duders there, so I don't have to pile in. I can't really pile in actually, because I got one guy all the way over there. So I'll just do all 3 of them into the fire glaives there. So Champo being among them, so 5 attacks for him, 4 from the other 2, so that is 9 and 13 attacks in total, so 4s. That's 2 mortal wounds inflicted. All these miss, and these wound on 3s. And 3 at -1.
So 5 ups.
3
So take 3, ignore 2, so 2 die.
Alright. I will spend my last command point, make them pile in and fight once more. So I'll just do 2 of them into the fire glaives and 1 of them in your Iron Sworn. So your Iron Sworn. 1.
Save.
Okay. And the other 2 to include the unit's leader, hitting on 4s. 2.
So 1.
So 1 more dice. That was worth a command point. Alright. Might as well try though. So that's the end for that unit. So over to you again.
So Fireborn.
Into the Infernal Courtier.
Yep. They have a 3-inch range, so that guy in the back can reach. Hitting on 3s.
Only missing 2.
Wounding on 4s. That's 5 at no rend.
So 5 4-up armors.
D3
Aw,
damage
man.
each, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Okay. 11 6-ups. Will I survive? Probably not. Definitely not. So, kaboof, he's gone. Back over to me. I'm going to do these 3 into here. So, piling in. So, that's the leader and a normal guy. So, or 2 normal guys. Hitting the fire glaives on 4s. 5s actually. No. 4s now, right? Because the spell went away. So 5 hits. 1.
Saved.
Ooh, the dice rolls came back for me. So that's it over here. That's it in total.
Yep. So Battle Shock, they lost 5. The River 6.
Ooh.
So that's what, 11 minus. So I guess 5 run away. Right.
6 minus 11.
Or not, yes, because 11. Oh, it's 11 minus 6. So yeah, 5.
5.
2, 3, 4. Yep, that's all of them.
Okay. I'm good on Battle Shock. And
that wasn't worth it.
the Iron Sworn are safe, right?
Yep.
They didn't take any damage? Okay. And these guys didn't take any damage. And that's that. So real quick, we'll do the Chalice. So it's at least 4 from all the deaths of the Flayers, and then 10 from the Fire Glaives, counting the ones that ran. So on 4-ups, models within 12 can heal. So that's enough to heal all the damage that's been dealt to anybody. So these guys go, he heals 2, and he heals 1. So that is it for Michael's second turn. So we're going to do a turn recap for the other video, and then we'll roll on for turn 3. I get a 4 and you get a 6. Alright, so Michael's going to get the double turn, so we're going to let him have his hero phase, and we'll start this third turn. Right, hero phase, turn 3 for Legion of Azgorh.
Demon Smith's going to cast Ash Storm onto those Flayers. I get it with a 7. I might actually be in range.
Try and block for my Arch Regent. Nope, I got a 7 as well.
Okay. So they're -1 to hit and can't run.
Okay. And going to move. Alrighty, movement is over with, so the Fireborn have regrouped in the center of the table. They're kind of eyeballing the back of my Courtier there and my Arch Regent. Kind of expected though, so that's it. So shooting?
Yep, so the Demon Smith's going to throw the Blood of Shut on them on a 2-up. It misses. They're going to shoot into them.
Okay. -1 to hit.
Yep, so 5s.
3 hits. 4 hits.
4. And then 4s. So nothing. 1, 2, 3. They still haven't lost anybody somehow. 2, 4, 6, 8. So these guys are shooting the Flayers, hitting on 4s this time. That's 1 mortal wound. And that's it.
Okay.
So now the Dreadquake Warner is going to whip the Ogre.
Works on a 3.
And yep, it does. So I get 2 attacks. I'm going to shoot your Arch Regent.
Okay.
So I get +1 to hit. So that's 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. 1 wound. At -2 rend.
6 up armor. Nope.
D6 damage. 6.
Oh dear. 6 up, swore himself. Not a single one, so he's down to 1 wound left. He's got 7. Oof, that hurt. Death Freaker
Is going to go into the Arch Regent.
Okay.
Try to finish him off. Hit on 4s because there's only him. And wounding on 3s. So that's 2 at -1.
Saved 1.
That's 3 damage.
And he dies. You're the first person to ever kill my Arch Regent. So there he goes. Next weapon.
So the last Death Striker is going to go to those Flayers.
Okay.
Hitting on 4s. 3s.
Somebody's here. So no wounds.
Nope. And then... Nope, that guy doesn't have a leader. So charging.
Who are you charging with? Oh, the Fireborn.
Yep. So a single Fireborn.
Gets 8.
Going 8. So he's going to get right in the middle of everything.
Okay.
And then the 3 Fireborn. 6.
Also coming into party.
So I'm going to start with those. Yeah.
Okay.
5, 4s. So 2 at no rend.
Save one, fail one. Down to 2 here. And that's that for there. So over here, how many wounds does Fireborn have?
They have 4 each.
And a 4-up save.
They have a 5-up save that's unmodifiable.
Ah. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the 4 flares. So they'll pile in like so. So we'll just do 2, including the unit's leader, into your Ironsworn, and then 2 into your Fireborn. So the 2 into the Fireborn, I'm at -1 to hit though, right?
No.
I thought you cast it.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 going into the Fireborn on 5s. So 2 mortal wounds. 5 hits in total. And 3s to wound. That's 3. No rend, I guess.
So
1 more.
take 1 and ignore it.
Yep. And then 2 more into the Ironsworn, including the leader. So hitting on 4s or 5s. 4 mortal wounds. And 3s to wound. And 4 wounds.
So all 4 go through.
Alrighty. And that's it for that Flayer unit. I don't have any command points.
So the Fireborn are going to go into your Courtier.
The 3 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, I think. Yep, 3s. Hitting on 4s.
Ooh.
That's 3 at no rend.
3 4-up armors. Made 1.
That's 4 damage.
4 6-ups. Made none, so I'm down to 2. Okay, and then the Courtier is going to swing into the one that's unwounded. Or, that is wounded, I meant. Try and finish him off before he can fight. So, 5 attacks here, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 3s to wound. 1 wound, rend is 1. 2 damage. Yeah, Courtier did it. And you got anything else?
The 2 irons.
Oh, the 2 Ironsworn.
3s and 4s. That's 2 at -1.
1 saved. Nope. And 1 goes through, so down to 3 wounds remaining on that guy. And then I have 3 flayers here. So 1, 2, 3. All into the fire glaives. So hitting on 4s. There we go. That's 3 mortals. And these wound on 3s. So that's 5 at -1.
5 ups. So they take 4 from that and 3.
So
That's
7
7.
die. 3 left, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I chose them first, right?
Yes.
It's at the end of the combat phase. From the Fireborn, a 2-up, your flare, or he takes a mortal wound,
Okay.
and the flares also take a mortal wound.
So the flayers. Nope. And the infernal. Nope. So down to 1, down to 2, and that's that. So battle shock.
They lost 8, their bravery 6.
They run.
They lost 7, their bravery 6, so 7, 8, 9, 6 to 3, so they run.
Okay. That works. So everybody within 12 that died that turn got sucked into the chalice. So that was 1 Fireborn and 10 Ironsworn. So 11. So 11 dice on 4 ups I can heal. And there went 1. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds are healed. So let me pick within 12. Alright everybody, so at the end of Michael's turn 3, we're going to go ahead and call the game here. So Michael didn't do near as much damage as he wanted, and we talked about it off camera. So since the Fireborn couldn't manage to kill the Courtier there at the very end, basically what would happen is, since he's at full health now, going to my turn 3, he'd more than likely regenerate 2 more of those flares and return them to maximum strength. These 3 here, my plan is to follow them back and control that objective. Move the 6 horrors over here to attack the Fireborn. And that would be a boatload of attacks from them. And then the flares over there, the Vargulf, who are still all very fresh, would just move straight through the mountain pass here and attack the Fire Glaives and the War Machines.
Also, we didn't show it, but the other 2 objectives were over in that corner and
this corner right here on my dice.
So even if I somehow survive, there's no way I'm going to get my little dwarfy legs over to anywhere.
Mm-hmm. And Michael's choosing to call it here because, let's be honest, it's just, with this type of game at this point, Michael's just looking for blood, and
when I achieved most of what I was
for. Is the first person to kill my Arch Regent, and I've played in 2 tournaments so far with my Flesh Eater Courts, and I've never lost my Arch Regent before. So that was really cool. I also won the tournament this weekend, came in first place. That was cool. With Gristlegore. And that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a really brutal matchup. That was my first time using the Blisterskin Grand Court. So next time I think I'm going to use Morgaunt and try them out. And then Hollowmorn after that. And then we're going to recycle and probably put these guys on the back burner a little bit. Focus more on other stuff. By the time we get through all those videos though, probably have Ogre Army on the channel. Who knows? So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.